your company Wax did this launch of collectibles, the Garbage Pail Kids, recently. Now, are you a collectible man? Do you collect cards?
Don't.
No. Okay. So I'm good, because I'm trying to kind of fathom this. I'm kind of going, okay, this is a hard thing to understand. I mean, it doesn't come naturally to me. But I mean, these collectibles are huge. The Garbage Pail Kids are massive. And with blockchain technology, Wax is able to put together non-fungible tokens. So it's a digital representation of the card, and it's unique. Yes. And the 28 hours, 101,000 cards were sold. Were you floored by that?
I was. It was 110,000 cards sold in 28 hours. I was, because we didn't heavily market it. And while Garbage Pail Kids is a well-known brand to a certain segment of the population, if you're born 10 years before or 10 years after that population set, you've never heard of it. And so I was probably one of those guys 10 years too old, but my younger brother reminded me, I didn't even remember this. He said, I was a huge collector of Garbage Pail Kid trading cards in the 80s. And I said, man, I don't remember any of that. And he still has, sets of these trading cards, much like baseball trading cards, right? And so there were elements of why I wanted to experiment with a brand like Garbage Pail Kids, because there was a group of people who were hardcore traders and collectors, and you need that, right? We could talk lots about why blockchain-based NFTs, non-fungible tokens, haven't really done anything significant. And we probably talked about this when you and I talked a couple of years ago. I didn't think they would, for a whole host of reasons, one of which is there needs to be an active community that already finds something of value. And then the blockchain can facilitate transferability, verification of authenticity, those things. But the blockchain can't make something desirable if it's not desired, right? And so putting Garbage Pail Kid trading cards, taking the imagery of the old cards, putting them on a blockchain, and then offering them up, it was amazing how, I was watching, I think like 10% of them sold out in like 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, wow, who are all these people? And yeah, sure enough, a little over a day, 110,000 cards were sold. Well, that was interesting to me. Now, that was 2 weeks ago. Now there's been an order of magnitude increase in the trading of the cards in the secondary market. And that is where all NFTs prior to this have failed. Flat out failed. I'll give you one little tidbit. We had about 120,000 CryptoKitty NFTs on Opskins at one point. 120,000. And we sold about $1 worth of CryptoKitties per day.
So no
That's
interest.
not a very good business.
No. Isn't that interesting? Because CryptoKitties, you think, even at the height of the craze, were they just...
No interest.
No secondary market.
And guess why? Tying it back to something we talked about, convenience. Trying to trade items using Ethereum as the blockchain, which CryptoKitties was Ethereum based, and then doing it in a wallet called MetaMask, which, is the definition of inconvenient, meant no one was going to have interest. And I knew this, right? I'd been doing video game item trading for 20 years. I knew it was dead on arrival. It was an interesting concept, but I knew the secondary market would be irrelevant. And sure enough, it is. You had all these poor guys who started secondary marketplaces to trade CryptoKitties. And I tried to educate a lot of them and say, guys, don't quit your day job for this. It has no chance of taking off. you have to solve two problems. The first is make the transferability really simple, low cost, and fast. Okay, that means can't use Ethereum. Ethereum is not simple to transfer. It's costly because they have this crazy surge pricing model with Ethereum. You know, when the network gets busy,
You pay
they
more.
just jack up the prices. So what cost you 2-3 cents, a dime, 20 cents to trade could cost you $5. And you don't know when it's going to spike, right? So that's one problem. And then the other problem is the user interface. What are people actually using to connect with that blockchain? In the case of Ethereum, it's something called MetaMask. And people think I criticize MetaMask like gratuitously. I don't. I think it's great. It was a project that some guys did, and it worked. It does as delivered. But man, this is tough, right? It's like going back to the 1980s and trying to use a computer. It was not built for the average person. And so I knew NFTs on Ethereum had no chance. And we were using Ethereum at one point, as you mentioned, and then we went to EOS when it became available, EOS.io. And we even still, while it's very fast to trade and whatnot, we had to build a wallet. We call it the Wax Cloud Wallet. And I'm very proud of that wallet for this reason. A big percentage of the people who participated in the Garbage Pail Kids NFT sale were people who couldn't spell blockchain, who had never actually owned a crypto, right? And they were able to go to this wallet, put in their, their credentials, and we allowed you to use your Google credentials or your Facebook credentials
You
to log in.
sign up with your social identity. There's no social,
And then it was very intuitive. Hey, here's how I pay for this. Oh, here it is sitting in my wallet. If I want to trade it, this is what I want to do. And it took a lot of effort to do that on a blockchain, but it's paid off. And the secondary market took off within hours. As of a couple of days ago, I want to say there was, I think there was dozens of trading cards that were trading at over $1,000 US.